Hello, what if I tell you that the field of artificial intelligence is generally considered to have begun in 1900s? The groundwork for artificial intelligence began in the early 1900s, although the biggest strides were not made until 1950s. It would not have been possible without the work of early experts in many different fields. Knowing the history of artificial intelligence is important in understanding where artificial intelligence is now and where it may go in the future. In the early 1900s, there was a lot of media creators that centered around the idea of artificial humans, so that scientists of all sorts started asking the questions: is it possible to create an artificial brain? Can machine think? Some creators even made some version of what we call now robots. And then interest in artificial intelligence really came to a head, and the era of artificial intelligence began. Hello and welcome to the podcast in which we will break down about the impact of artificial intelligence in public relations. I am your host Harun Hayat and I caught up with PR professionals Mark Badham and Dr. Saeed Zaman to talk about the artificial intelligence and its role in public relations. We will also discuss about some challenges or ethical concerns associated with artificial intelligence in public relations. So let's get started. I am super excited to have Mark Badham and Dr. Saeed Zaman in podcast today. Mark is a digital communication researcher and senior lecturer of Leeds Beckett University. His research centers broadly around digital corporate communication and public relations, and he is the co-editor of Handbook on Digital Corporate Communication published in 2023 by Edward Elgar Publishing. We have Dr. Saeed Zaman with us, a public relation professional. He is assistant professor in Department of International Relations at National University of Modern Languages in Pakistan. He is working with different TV channels as well, and he is also working for human rights. He has great eye in the changing world of artificial intelligence. So welcome both of you. Let me just start with that we are living in the world of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is playing role in shaping the world. It is important to understand where AI is now and where it may go in the future, as AI is transforming public relations by automating tasks, analyzing data, and optimizing communication strategies. So my first question is with you, Mark. That in your opinion, what role does AI currently play in public relations, or how would you define the current relationship between artificial intelligence and public relations?
I think everyone in public relations at the moment around the world is struggling with AI. It's when it first came on the scene, people were getting excited and nervous, but there was a groundswell of PR professionals, particularly in the UK, that were saying, "Hang on, we need to be nervous about this and be proactive in learning how to use it best." And so, we can have a discussion about that. As you say, I've written a little bit about it and researched a little bit about it, so I have something to say about it. But the communication professionals are telling us that, I think they're saying this year a report came out that said about 3/4 of communication professionals are already using AI tools. But the question is, are they using them to the best of their ability? Do they have the skills to use it, and so on?
Thank you, Mark. So, Dr. Saeed Zaman, how do you think artificial intelligence has changed traditional public relation tasks such as media monitoring, press releases, writing, or crisis communication? How would you define that?
Thank you so much for having me. And I would start with this, this scientific revolution and industrial revolution. Since those specific phenomenons, what happened, human life transformed, and this technological advancement impacted on human lives and across the sectors. I mean to say all sectors, be that health, be that education, even warfare. And now over the years, as we moved on from one industrial revolution 1.0, and now we are in 4.0, and we are jumping on to 5.0, we are experiencing this artificial intelligence phenomenon, which is a reality. And for sure, the world is moving very fastly. So this media or this press is not an exception to it. It has impacted, hugely and significantly with respect to processing of information, with respect to decision making, with respect to maximizing the reach out across the world, time and space. This is the artificial intelligence, and this is impacting on the human lives and human society, and particularly this media. So I think that this is just a start, and as we'll be moving on, we will come to understanding that this artificial intelligence is just like a magic.
So, Mark, in what ways is artificial intelligence enhancing audience insights, like targeting and campaign measurement? So, how would you balance data-driven decision making with human creativity in public relations?
Mm. Yeah, AI has some advantages and disadvantages. I think creativity is missing so far. You know, um, Dr. Saeed mentioned magic, and I was thinking of at the moment, a lot of us in PR aren't that impressed with the magic outcomes yet. It may come in the future. It looks like fake magic at the moment because they're producing content that's somewhat boring, generic. It doesn't have the creativity, doesn't have the uniqueness yet that every human being has that can contribute. So um, there's still room. There's still room for a lot more improvement. Creativity is one of the things that's really missing, and also the human touch. I think humans recognize when humans are talking. We recognize when it's a chatbot. We most of us these days still recognize when AI is producing something, contributing to something. The human touch is missing at the moment, and that's what I think will improve. But it still adds value to public relations professionals, adding the human touch and creativity to what AI is producing and doing.
So, you talk about the human touch and the job displacement as well. So, I will ask Dr. Said that what skill do you think PR professional required or need to develop to stay in the relevant, age of the artificial intelligence?
Okay, see, change is constant, and the artificial intelligence is one of the evidence in this regard. We cannot stop change. We are under evolution, and this evolutionary process will continue to happen, and we will have to adapt to it. We will have to, together with this adaptation, we will have to create space for innovation, and and the creativity which Mark mentioned. If I say, with respect to the skills, we must understand that there are different stages of AI. I mean to say, there are different perspectives. Some say like 7, the other things like 5. But broadly speaking, I would categorize it in like AI is about 3 stages. First is weak stage, the second is stable stage, and then there is super I stage. And the human input, it is the human input which basically is about these categorization. In weak AI, the human input is more. In stable AI stage, the human input becomes little less. And then in super AI, there will be the machines will be thinking. Machines will be thinking. They will be processing the information, and they will be deciding. That will be the time where the machines will be in control of things. And trust me, we cannot stop this change. This is going to happen, if not now, in a few years' time. But this is going to happen. So what we are required to do then? We need to invest requisite energy and resources. We need to invest in research and development so that we equip ourselves with requisite knowledge, so that we acquire skills which are compatible to this change, this enormous change.
So, as you discuss about the some crisis management and ethics, so my question is, Mark, that what do you see as the next big AI innovation in the PR world? Could AI eventually replace traditional public relations roles entirely?
Yes, I'm not very good at predicting how far away that will be, but My co-author and I submitted a chapter for a book where we try and predict in the next number of years, a PR professional will rely so much, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on AI, on an AI assistant who will have a name, will know intimately that public relations person, who will, during the downtime when the public relations professional might be sleeping or in a meeting, the AI assistant will continue working, communicating on behalf of the PR professional, and will be building relationships with stakeholders while the PR professional does other things. For instance, I think it will be better than a human secretary or human assistant because there'll be some intuitive understanding between the two. That is exciting. I think it should be exciting, but we need to push back on that and think through. Okay. Yes, there's benefits, but there's disadvantages as well. And one of the disadvantages is I think that corporations need to be transparent with the public because we are constantly collecting data that boosts the efficiency and effectiveness of AI. And in the collecting of data, very personal data sometimes about their mood, about how they're feeling, about what sort of desires they have about products and so on. We are collecting that without disclosing that very freely. That's one of the challenges, I think. If brands don't see that as an ethical problem, the public will make sure the brands know that problem.
So that's are some ethical, considerations and disadvantages of the artificial intelligence. So, Dr. Saeed, how you are looking the future of the AI in next 5 to 10 years?
Okay, as Mark mentioned, artificial intelligence has provided us to look into the phenomenon which are undergoing, be that socio, be that cognitive. Exciting times are there, vibrant times are there, very interesting times. And at the same time, as Mark mentioned, this the era of artificial intelligence, it has pros and cons. I mean to say advantages and disadvantages. So we cannot stop this change, no doubt about it, but there need to be some mechanism so that we can address the disadvantages of artificial intelligence.
Thank you, Mark. So, how you will disclose the whole conversation of Dr. Said? How you disclose this, the whole insight of the Dr. Said?
Yeah, that was very well said. It's a very exciting future you are presenting there, and it's very thoughtful. I think that AI has so much potential to improve how we communicate from a PR perspective. But at the same time, I think what you're saying is very true, that at the moment we communicate by emojis. We express not necessarily what we feel, but we signal certain things. And AI can do that too. And I think I like what you said about chaos, that there's a lot of fake emotion out there, I guess you would say. And we don't really know the truth of whether people are emotionally engaging or not. It's all happening through technology. And so AI stepping into that, may not be so problematic. It may not change things much. I don't know. But it certainly complicates the way PR works. We constantly need to fight the public criticism of fake news or fake messages. AI can go down that track of making that worse, or we can adjust it to make it a little bit more of a human touch, to be a bit more empathetic towards people, and understand that stakeholders, the public, when they are engaging with brands, they have a right to expect the brands to be authentic, to be genuine, and to provide more empathy. And hopefully AI helps us do that.
Thank you so much for joining me today in this podcast and sharing your insights. Thank you, both of you. Actually, I have some time frame for the podcast, so I am just winding up here. Thank you, Dr. Saeed Zaman. Thank you, Mark, for your time and for your insights on the topic impact of AI on public relations. Thank you so much for your time. So I will disclose here.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Nice interaction. It was great.